Good morning, children. I hope that you all are keeping well. So, let's start today with the vocabulary portion. We have already done, and today we will start the composition. So, in the composition, let's begin with the formal letter. What is the formal letter? In the composition portion, you will see on page number 189, it has been clearly given, chapter number 4, formal letter. Letters may have taken back seat in the world where fax, emails and text message have taken over, as they are the faster means of communication. Yet, writing letters and receiving them can be more exciting as they help to form a personal connection between people. So, first of all, I want to tell you the definition of formal letter. So, when you will open your book on page number 89, it has been clearly given that a formal letter is written for the official purpose. Formal letters are written for official purpose. They should be short, clear and to the point. We write formal letters to principal. Once again, I want to remind you children, formal letters are written for official purposes. They should be short, clear and to the point. We write formal letters, especially we write formal letters to principals, companies, editors, bank managers and so on. Letter of application for job or for leave, that I will explain you afterwards. What is letter of an application that has been written for jobs and leaves also as formal letters. But first we will begin with formal letters. Here it has been clearly mentioned that it should be short, clear and to the point, and the formal letters has been written to the principals, companies, editors, bank managers and so on. Further, in other classes, when you will go to the other classes, that means class 7, 8, you will be able to write the letter to the editor exceptionally. But here I can tell you what is the main format of a formal letter. First of all, the most important thing is sender's address. Then receiver's name. Designation. Designation means what the person he or she is concerned with. Address, date, subject, and here the salutation, sir, madam. Opening statement, that is the introduction oneself. Reason for writing the letter in, and further details, queries, complaints, whatever is there you can write. So the key elements are clearly given. The opening paragraphs after the salutation, sir, madam, you will write the opening paragraph, statement, introduction of yourself, what you are doing, and then what is the reason for writing this letter, for what purpose you are writing this letter. And afterwards, in the opening paragraph, you will write about yourself. In the middle of the paragraph, you will mention the reason. In the second second middle paragraph, you will write the further details. What are the details you want to, what are the major points you want to mention in that letter. And then you will in that paragraph itself you will mention the queries, what you want to be done, and the complaints. What is the complaint, particular complaint you want to do to the editor, to the principal, to the companies, to the bank manager, and so on. And what you want from them, what help you want from them, or what step they should take to help you out from these complaints, queries, you can ask from this, you can mention in this lines. And then you will write the last thing, that is the closing of the letter. It contains yours faithfully, yours sincerely, because this is the formal letter. This is the formal letter, and in the formal letter always start with sir and ma'am. Don't write dear sir, dear madam, because always when you write the letter to the higher authority, you don't have to mention the greetings. For example, when you write a letter to the following reasons, you have to give suggestion on an issue of public interest, to give suggestion on an issue already raised in an article, write up, published letter. And the form of the most important part of interactive, it should be very very interactive. Readers react to the news items or article to express their agreement or disagreement. Then another point, you should always have to draw the attention of the authorities towards the problem that concern a large number of people. So whether it is your or others, you have to mention it. So never ask the authorities to solve the problem, as he or she can only help you to voice your views and ideas. Offer suggestions and solutions. Whenever you write the letter, students, please see, after writing sir or madam, begin with a reference to the recent development, event and issues. Opening statement you have written, you have introduced yourself, and after that you will begin with reference to the recent development, what is the event, what is the issues, what are the queries. And afterwards, the third part, when you will write the further details, queries and complaints, you will offer your suggestions and solutions. And the last point, do not ask the authorities to solve the problem, as he or she can only help you to voice your views and ideas. So, and at the end of the letter, you will close the letter by writing yours faithfully, yours sincerely. Please read it carefully, and the format of this letter will be this only. And the last thing you have to do, as you have to write the date and the signatures of yours. Always mention the date on the top as well as in the last also. You can write yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours truly. Many other things you can mention. So this is a formal letter, and the format of the formal letter I have told you. That what you have to do in the formal letter. Formal letter means official letter. And what is the meaning of formal? It is used about the language of behavior. It shows your language and behavior. Many of the students do not know how to write a formal letter. Many of the times you write a letter to your principal, to your class teachers, and definitely you are not been able to write a letter for a leave also. So this is the format I am giving you, and I am explaining you to write the correct format of the letter. So meaning of formal is used about language or behavior, used when you want to appear serious. That means you are serious with the matter, or official, and in the situation in which you do not know the other people very well. Let me give you one quick example of that. See the example and listen to it. I shall make a formal complaint. I shall make a formal complaint to the hospital about the way I was treated. This is the definition of formal or official letter, and I have given you the example also, that what is exactly a formal letter, also called as an official letter. Now let's move on to the informal letter. What is an informal letter? So let's see. An informal letter. Moving to informal letter, first of all I want that you should know what is informal letter. What do you mean by informal letter? So chapter 5, informal letter. First of all, you must know what is informal letter. Means a friendly letter. Informal means a friendly letters. Informal letters are letters we write to our friends and family members. They are also called friendly letters. So I hope that it is very clear to you that what is formal letter and what is informal letter. Formal letters, you are writing the letters to the authorities, to your principal, and to the editor, and to the publishers, and to the bank officers, an official letter. And informal letters are also called friendly letters, and informal letters are letters we write to our friends and family members. Relaxed and friendly or suitable for relaxed occasions also. It mentions the occasion also. For the relaxed occasions you can write. But informal, in the formal letter, you are very serious with the matter. I have already told you that for formal letter, which means that you want to appear serious or official, and in situation in which you do not know other people very well. But in formal letter, you are relaxed and friendly or suitable for the relaxed occasion. I can give you a quick example for that. Don't dress up for the party. It will be very informal. I hope that you have understood that. Don't dress up for the party. It will be informal. That means the party is at your home. Few of your relatives are coming. So no need to be dressed up so lavishly. You can dress up in a neat and clean manner as you are at home. Take a bath, dress up with a clean dressing sense, and comb your hair, and everything should be perfect. But you should not put on a lot of makeup and lot of accessories and get ready with a party bash. No. That means don't get dressed up for the party. It will be informal. That means a relaxed or friendly or suitable for a relaxed occasion. So there are fewer information rules for informal letters than they are for business or formal letters. The letters can be used for some reasons like conveying a message, giving news, giving advice, to congratulate the recipient, request for information, ask questions, etc. It is a personal letter. It is a personal letter written to somebody you are familiar with, like friends, siblings, parents, or anyone else you are close to. While writing an informal letter, one can afford to be friendly and make use of a personal or emotional tone. Okay? Please pay attention. While writing an informal letter, one can afford to be friendly and make use of personal or emotional tone, because when you are talking to your friends, your siblings, your parents, your relatives, you should be very friendly. Your tone of the letter should be very friendly, personal, and with emotional tone. You cannot write a harsh letter to your uncle, auntie, parents, friends, and siblings. So let's move on. Here is the format of an informal letter. You can see the address has been given, 23K Golf Green, Kolkata, 4th July 2020. Dear Maya, I do hope you are doing well, especially now that your exams are over and done with. You have not written to me in a long time, so I thought I should write to you today. How are Uncle Ranjit and Aunt Jaya doing? I do hope Aunt's knee is better. She is taking her medicines regularly, isn't she? You must remind her to take them. If you see her forgetting them. How is little Tara? Isn't she in class 3? Now, quite a young lady, that one. Oh, do visit us. It will be so much fun, and I miss you and Tara terribly. Do let me know if you are planning a trip to Kolkata. Oh, I shall be so happy. Hoping to hear from you soon. Your loving cousin, Chandrima. So here, a letter is very friendly, and here the letter has used the personal and emotional tone, because the letter has been written to the siblings, cousins, friends, parents, and here see, asking about her cousin and asking about his uncle and aunt, giving suggestions that you must remind her to take the medicines if she forgets to take, and asking about the little sibling Tara, who is in class 3 now, quite a young lady that over, giving a compliment also, and asking about that she would be very happy. The emotional tone is also here mentioned, and she would be happy, and asking about a question, a reasoning is here also. Hoping to hear from you soon. Your loving cousin, Chandrima. So I hope that you have understood about what is the difference between formal and informal letter. Now, let me tell you, children, what is the difference between formal and informal letters. So please listen carefully. What is formal and informal letter. Formal letter is usually written for official reason. As I have told you, a formal letter also known as business letter. Formal letter is also known as business letter, and it is written in a formal language with a specific structure and layout. An informal letter. Now coming to the informal letter. First of all, I have told you what is a formal letter. A formal letter is written for official reason. A formal letter is also known as a business letter, and it is written in a formal language with a specific structure and layout. Now moving to informal letter that I have taught you. An informal letter is a personal letter. You may want to ask for something or communicate with a friend, family, siblings, parents, etc. They are living far away. You can communicate with friends, parents or siblings or cousins who are living far away. And this is the format of a informal letter. And one more time I want to remind you about this formal letter. Formal letter is usually written for official reason, and here I have told you that it is also called an official letter and a business letter also. So this letter has been written in a formal language with a special structure and layout, as I have given you this format. I hope that you have understood what is the difference between formal and informal letter. So let's move to letter of application. The very important thing, letter of application. What is letter of application? See, letter of application, we write letter of application to take leave from school. Very important thing for you students, those who are watching this video. I, Bhavna Joshua, is telling you to take it very seriously, that what is the difference between formal letter and informal letter, and what is letter of application. It is a very important thing I am telling you. You should listen to it very carefully. We write a letter of application to take leave from school. That means you are writing this letter to the principal of the school, that is the head of the school, and only she has got the authority to sanction your leave. No other person in the school has got the authority to sanction your leave. She is the head of the school. So to write an effective application, we should state the reason clearly. I have told you in the formal letter itself that what is a formal letter. What you have to mention there, they should be short, clear and to the point. So here also, letter of application means it should be short, and it should be clear, and it should be to the point. So here is the format of an application, what you are writing to the principal. So here is the senders, that means your address. This is the new format of letter of an application, students. So here is the main format. So you will write or mention your address first, that means the sender's address. Then you will mention the date, and then you will write the receiver's address. The receiver address is the principal, RG Global School, Noida, Sector 27. Subject, leave application. It should be short, clear and to the point. You want a leave application? The leave application is here. Dear ma'am. Do not mention here dear ma'am. Salutation will be respected. So because we are writing this letter to an authority, so we have to write the letter, an application with respect. So do not mention here dear ma'am. You have to mention respected sister. I am Pinky Sanyal, a student of class 6B of your school. I have been diagnosed with chickenpox and the doctor has advised me to take rest for 15 days. Kindly grant me leave for 15 days from 16 August to 31 August. Also you mention the year here. That is very important for you. So this is the body of the of an application, and then comes yours faithfully, the closing of the of the letter, and then your signatures and class, and you should mention the date also at the end if you want. Otherwise the date here is been mentioned. So has been mentioned. So please go through these things. If you will learn it, that it will be in your mind always. First, the sender's address, that means your address, the date, the receiver address as we usually write to the principal. I can say from take the example of our school, to the principal, St. Anthony's Convent School, Railway Dairy Colony, Kavwa Bagh, Gorakhpur. Subject, leave application. Respected sister, the salutation. Please always mention the subject and salutation. So you can write about yourself, that what you want, why you want the leave. Introduce yourself, that you are Pinky Sanyal or whatever you are, a student of class 6B of your school, and I have been diagnosed with chickenpox and the doctor has advised me to take rest for 15 days. Kindly grant my leave for 15 days from 16th August 30 to 31 August 2020 or 2021. So this is the body of the of an application. Then you will write the closing of an application, that is yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours truly. Please learn the words very carefully when you write an application. This is very important thing I am telling you, and I'll ask these questions whenever you will be in front of me. So Pinky Sanyal, your signatures and your class and section has to be mentioned here. So I hope that you have understood what is letter of an application. So what are the key elements of an application letter? First of all, information about you, the date, contact person names, title and address, salutation. Before salutation you have to write the subject, opening paragraph, the middle paragraph and the closing contact. Afterwards you can the closing, and afterwards you can do your signatures and mention the class and your section. I hope that you have understood what is formal letter, what is informal letter, what is letter of an application. Once more I want to recall what is formal letter, informal letter and letter of an application. So first of all, formal letter is usually written for official reasons. A formal letter, also known as a business letter, and it is written in a formal language with a specific structure and layout. Here it has been shown. with a specific structure and layout it has been written, also known as a business letter. Then informal and informal letter is a personal letter, you also known as a friendly letter. You can write it to your friends, parents and cousins, siblings, or you may want to ask for something or communicate with your family members, friends, siblings, cousins that are living far away from you. That is an informal letter. Next, moving to an letter of application. The letter of application, also known as a cover letter. The letter of application, also known as a cover letter, explains to the employer why you are qualified for the position in which you are applying for and why you should be selected for the interview. When you will go for an interview in the coming years, you have to write a letter of application. So the main objective of application letter is to attract the attention of to whom you are writing the letter, to the authority by itself. So this is the body and it should be short, clear and to the point. Exactly, it is a formation of a formal letter. So I hope that you have understood what is formal, informal and letter of an application. So next, I want that you should write 2 formal letters, 2 informal letters and 2 letter of an application. And in letter of application, page number 200, I want that you should write a letter requesting leave due to fever. And you know that to whom you have to write this letter. So this is a very important thing I want to tell you, and let's move on to the notice writing. So moving to the composition portion and to this portion, composition portion, chapter number 2 is notice writing. So what is finally a notice is a notice display. A notice displays information about an important event that has happened or it is about to happen. It is publicly displayed. You are passing on information for others to know and follow. Many times the notice from the school itself goes to you. It has got the name of the school, the date, subject, the body and name of the issuing authority and the designation, that which person is conveying you this message. So in notice writing also, students, it should be short, clear and to the point. It is very, very important for you. So here, when you write a notice, you must remember few points. You can see it on composition portion, chapter number 2 and page number 186. I have already told you what is a notice. A notice displays information about an important event that has happened or it is about to happen. It is publicly displayed. You are passing on information for others to know and follow. So what are now in notice writing, when you are writing a notice, you must remember these points. The first point is it should be It should have a catchy caption, preferably a phrase and not a sentence. It should have all details: what, why, where, when, who, in order to the order of importance, and it should be in a crisp, short sentence. Use impersonal language. Use passive voice as far as possible. Use of the first person, example I, and use of second person in example you should be avoided. I and you should be avoided. You should not write or use these words in a notice, I and you, because it has been clearly written in your book that in notice writing, use of the first person in example I and use of the second person in example you should be avoided. So this is the sample of the notice writing, and this is the sample notice telling members of the staff in the school about the new school timing. So St. George High School, Chennai, name of the school has been written and notice is there. 2nd February 2020, the date has been mentioned, and change in school timing is the subject. The management and the principal have decided to change the timing for the convenience of our students and staff. The new school and office timings are: number 1, teaching staff from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., non-teaching staff from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. This is the body. These timing come into effect from 10th March 2020 onwards. The school buses will ply accordingly. Miss Amy Smith, name of the issuing authority, and she is the principal of the school. That is her designation. So this is the format of the school, format of the notice. This is the format of the notice I wanted to explain. You know the name of the school. Similarly, you have to write the notice given on page number 87. I want that you should write at least 2 notice that has been given on page number 87, but the name of the school you write the name of your school. Date, you mention the date as I have told you. The subject you will mention, the body you will mention, and the name of the issuing authority and designation should be mentioned. I hope you have understood what is exactly notice writing. It should be catchy, have a catchy caption. It should have all the details: what, why, where, when, who, and use impersonal language, use passive voice as far as possible, and the use of first person in example I and use of second person in example you should be avoided. So this is the format of the notice writing. So this is the sample notice writing telling the telling members of the staffs in the school about the new school timing. Not for the students, but only for the teaching members, the staffs in the school, about the new school timing. I hope you have understood this, and you will write at least 2 notice given on page number 187 in your fair copies. 2 formal letter, 2 informal letters, and 2 letter of an application. And in letter of application, the last letter that you want a leave, sick leave, you will write it in your fair copy. I want to see in each and every copy. And when you come to notice writing, you will write at least 2 notice, and the topics has been given in your book on page number 187. So thank you for the class, and I hope that you have understood, and I have shown you all the format of formal letter, informal letter, letter of application, and notice writing. And I have explained you with definition, examples, that what is formal letter with example, informal letter with example, letter of application, and now notice writing. So I hope you will do your work carefully in your copy, and I hope that you will never forget that what is the difference between formal and informal letter. Thank you, students.